are here joining us tonight to talk about good governance in the private sector. Do our companies believe in corporate social responsibility? Is there respect for labor? Is the bottom line always the most important thing? Is there ethics in the workplace? And so, we also have with us two very important guests who will talk about applying good governance to our daily lives. I'm going to come to PSBA, major in accounting. He joined of manggagawa sa komunikasyon sa Pilipinas, which is the rank and file union of PLDT. Please welcome Mr. Pete Penla. Pete, please say hello to our audience.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Magandang gabi po.
Po natin, siya po ay isang AB Communications Arts hindi ho yung traffic telephone operator. Siya manggagawa sa komunikasyon sa Pilipinas, the rank and file union of PLDT. Welcome, Loyolda Swallow. Also known as... Say hi, Balud.
Hi, magandang gabi.
Our next guest really is a very important person to me because she makes me feel good. She calls me every show to ask me nice questions. At least I know that there is one viewer of this show. She's a freelance communication specialist. Her forte is effective communication and personality development. She is a trainer at the Ateneo Law School and at the De La Salle. She had given seminars at the Robert Powers Institute and Cora de la Rosa. She gives seminars for educators. And tonight we're going to learn from her that one thing wrong with both the public and the private sector is a lack of spirituality. What that means, you'll find out later. Welcome, please, dear viewers, Professor Angela Villanueva.
A pleasant evening to everybody. Good evening.
Ito natin, hindi ba? Feel niya, ang galing mag-communicate. And of course, last but not the least, we're very happy she just landed straight from Bangkok and got lost in the traffic, but we have invited her because we want to she is convener for Mothers for Peace and also chairperson and chief executive officer of the Mindanao Commission on Women. She is my candidate, was my candidate for vice president, as in fact she ran with then candidate for President Senator Raul Roco. Please welcome Inday Santiago. Inday, say hello.
Ang gabi sa inyong tanan. Good evening to everybody. I'm very pleased to be here and to be here on time for the show.
Thank you so much, Inday. I know it was bad. Traffic coming all the way from Bangkok. So, pag-usapan muna natin ang PLDT. PLDT is going to turn 79 years old. As a matter of fact, hindi ba nag-receive ng award from the Management Association of the Philippines ang chairman ng PLDT? Anong mga problema natin sa PLDT?
In the last 3 years, PLDT has been breaking the records of the highest net income in the history of Philippine trade. In 2004, 28 billion po ang net income namin.
28 billion?
28 billion. In 2005, 34 billion. And in 2006, last year, 35.1 billion. In the first half...
gumagamit pa ba ng teleponong landline?
Meron po. Mas marami ang gamit niya ngayon dahil meron na pong broadband. Through landline po yan eh. Mas malinaw yan kaysa ron sa wireless. Kaya mas lucrative siya ngayon. In the first half of 2007, 17.2 billion na ang kinikita niya. usually, ang second half ay much larger than the first half.
So dapat happy kayong mga empleyado doon. I mean,
Dapat.
you have a company that's earning 28 billion. It's been there for, I understand, Balut, for the last 79 years. You should be happy.
Yeah, in fact, as a result of this, yung mga managers, from the managers up to the top executives, they have been getting at least 1.3 billion as bonus every year because of this. That's equivalent to 1 month of their salary times 9 from year 2000 for every year. So an average salary PLDT manager is 150,000 a month.
A month.
Of course, the top executives would be on the million.
In the millions.
1.5, 2.5 million a month.
And you are now the head of the union. Kumusta naman ang mga rank and file employees ng PLDT?
Very demoralized.
Why is that?
Dahil sa laki ng mga bonuses na nakukuha, one time sumulat kami kay Mr. President, Mr. Nazareno, na sabi namin hindi lang naman dapat ang mga managers at mga executives ang naaambunan ng napapasok na kita more than anybody else. Yung mga nahahati ang katawan pag nagkamali sa poste na nadikit sa mga live wire. Yung
Nakukuryente? Talagang may nakukuryente, no?
Common incident po. Pag mga natutuklaw ng sawa sa mga manhole, hindi mo naman alam kasi kung may sawaran o may ano. Yung mga nakakagat ng mga aso ng mga subscriber na hindi tinatali yung kanilang mga aso. Sabi namin, hindi ba dapat, karapat dapat din sa mga taong ito ang naaambunan. Hindi naman namin sinasabing bigyan kami ng 1 million. Performance bonus namin ranges from 4,000 to 6,000. Okay lang. Ang sinasabi lang namin, baka dapat yung mga months na to, usually, dumadating ang ganong klaseng bonus. And much to our surprise, talagang nasurpresa kami dahil hindi lang nila kami binigyan ng share of the fruits of our labor, tinerminate pa nila ang 575 namin mga
575 employees terminated.
Yes, ma'am.
Balot, ikaw, tinerminate ka. Balita ko.
Tinerminate po ako last September 15.
After 17 years of working
After
in the
17
company,
years.
what happened to you?
Hindi ko nga po alam kung anong kasalanan ko. Bakit ako tinerminate eh. 10 ng mga kasama ko, mga attorney eh. Nakakagulat kasi ang dami nilang binibigay na bonus sa mga manager. So we were thinking na matatapos namin yung taon ng maayos. And then, come August 16, all of a sudden, bigla silang nagbaba ng nationwide po yun. Mostly are women.
Mostly women. How many employees are there at PLDT?
For the rank and file alone, regular employees, there are 3,700 before the termination. Of course, more than
Because
that.
about 500 were terminated. Sa Ayala kanina, merong hunger strike. It says you're on your 22nd day of hunger strike. Aside from this, is it a question of pay?
Not really.
Anong sinasabi ng inyong collective bargaining agreement?
Um,
Baka naman napalitan na kayo ng makina kasi ngayon IT na tayo, high-tech na tayo, hindi na natin kailangan ng mga empleyado, di ba?
Yes, in the different releases of PLDT, they've been saying and justifying the termination to be one of redundancy. No? May mga makina raw, hindi na kami kailangan. Ang hindi nila sinasabi, they forged with us an agreement in 1995 that should we be redundant, hindi naman namin tinatanggi redundant kami, pero may agreement kami that should we be redundant, kailangan kami i-redeploy. And their duty is not limited to redeployment. Kami qualified sa mga positions. Lalo na at naging bahagi kami kung ba't siya ngayon ganito kalaki. At ito yung binabiolate ng management. Hindi nila kami nire-deploy, ang mga kasama namin, hindi nila nire-deploy, basta na lang sila tinanggal in violation of the collective bargaining agreement.
But aren't you regular employees? Constitution says the state, and let me read the provision, I'm referring to Article 13, no? Section 3. Ang sabi dito sa Constitution natin, the state shall afford full protection to labor and guarantee the rights of all workers to self-organization, your collective bargaining agreement, and peaceful concerted activities, including the right to strike in accordance with law. Nakalagay pa dito, they shall be entitled to security of tenure. Hindi kayo mapapalitan ng makina, dapat. Humane conditions of work and a living wage.